In addition to losing his law license, embattled former attorney Tom Girardi has been placed under a conservatorship. Tom's younger brother Robert filed the official documents this week to become his effective conservator. The 82-year-old has been diagnosed with dementia. According to court documents, it makes him unable to properly participate even in his own hearings. People obtained copies of court records sharing insight into Tom Girardi's situation. Citing a dementia diagnosis, Robert Girardi filed official letters of conservatorship on Monday. Tom's dementia is classified as a major neurocognitive disorder. These letters of conservatorship were preceded by the court's ruling on June 9. At that hearing, Robert was appointed as Tom's permanent conservator. Robert is entrusted with determining what care is appropriate for his 82-year-old brother. Robert now has control over Tom's estate. Robert's attorney expressed that this is a heartbreaking situation for everyone involved. For those with good intentions, becoming a conservator is a last resort. Tom has spoken to the court about his feelings about the conservatorship. "Obviously, I disagree with the conservatorship altogether," he testified remotely. Tom added, "I think that we should put together the reasons why the conservatorship should be dissolved, and then we'll address the court. Right now, I have nothing to say to the court," Tom said at the hearing. It was the judge's finding, despite those words, that Tom consents and does not object to the conservatorship. It is not immediately clear how the court reached that conclusion. Several months ago, Tom's legal team reported his cognitive struggles to take court. His attorneys described that he has had issues regarding his mental competence. This was before his diagnosis of dementia and late-onset Alzheimer's were revealed. Obviously, there is a tremendous amount of attention surrounding this case. Tom Girardi is a celebrity attorney whose past cases were immortalized in film. He's a legal legend, or he was, anyway. His estranged wife, Erica Jane, is the reason that we're all talking about this so much. It's not just that the timing of their divorce is so closely linked with the lawsuits that accuse him of robbing his own clients of their settlement money. His wife is a real housewife, and she's talking up a storm as her life falls apart around her. Some have accused Erica of divorcing Tom in order to keep assets for herself. Others have even insisted that she must have known what Tom was, allegedly, doing with client money the entire time. In a similar vein, some wonder if Tom's diagnosis is some sort of elaborate, desperate part of his intended legal strategy. However, Tom Girardi underwent a psychological assessment in late February of this year. This assessment was given as part of Robert's petition to be Tom's permanent conservator. Robert was then granted the temporary conservatorship, the same arrangement that became permanent last month. Forensic and clinical psychiatrist Dr. Nathan Lavid wrote a sworn declaration of Tom's mental capacity and submitted it to the court in March. In those documents, he wrote that Tom is medically unfit to attend court proceedings for the foreseeable future. This capacity declaration noted the ways in which his diagnosis makes court attendance a burden to his mental health. Dementia impairs his ability to understand the hearing, Dr. Lavid's statement explained. The statement added, his emotional distress is directly related to his dementia and exacerbated by his confusion. It is not unbelievable to think that an 82-year-old man, who appears to have made some very poor, recent choices, might have dementia. Only time will reveal the facts of the case.